The main difference between someone who looks good in the spring and summer versus someone who is boring are the accessories that they are wearing. Assuming you're a subscriber to the channel, I already know that you look good, that you are doing things to make you look more attractive and glow up. But let's make you look even better with these accessories that are going to elevate your style in the spring and summer. The first one are sunglasses. Now, I love these. There's not a single person who I've seen that doesn't look good in sunglasses, but you have to wear the right ones, specifically for you. Now, it's pretty obvious, but there are plenty of different styles of sunglasses. Let's just talk about Ray-Bans, for example. There's aviators, wafers, clubmasters. That being said, these are the more common ones. But still, I feel like I wouldn't look good in something like aviators. So I stick with something a little bit more boxy and a little bit more laid back. But honestly, the brand doesn't matter. And if we really want to go the affordable route, then Ray-Bans isn't even on the table. If you really want to keep things affordable, your best bet is to go on Amazon, search up some sunglasses, and you are going to find plenty that are replicating famous brands such as Ray-Bans. Now, if you only have one pair, of course, go with something black, because it's going to be very easy to style. Or if you want something a little bit more bold, something like some gold sunglasses are going to help you be a little bit more noticed. Now, if you think sunglasses aren't for you, let me paint this picture. If you go outside, you're squinting, unfortunately, despite this being a very normal thing to do, it's not going to make you look attractive. Again, I understand it's human nature, but it kind of makes you look unsure and unconfident in the situation that you're in. Look, I don't make the rules. That's just what happens. And the second thing you got to realize is constantly squinting in the sun is going to give you crow's feet around your eyes. These are marks and wrinkles around your eyes that make you look like you're aging poorly. All can be avoided with some sunglasses. The next accessory is overall going to make you more pleasant to be around in the spring. That is cologne. Something that I always talk about, and by now you should know that this is very essential for any guy. But look, we're not going to be going down the same conversation as always, because now we're going to be a little bit more specific by talking about the best fragrances for the spring. Now, of course, it's no secret that I love colognes, and I definitely have more than necessary. And when you take a look at my collection, it is very obvious that I prefer spring and summer colognes. More fresh, aquatic, and overall a little bit more subtle fragrances. These are the colognes that are best suited for the spring. However, again, we're going to keep things affordable because some are just way too pricey. And one fragrance in particular that I do not recommend just because it is so expensive is my most recent pickup from Parfums & Marly. Look, I know it's just way too expensive. And despite the fact that I have gotten so many compliments with this one, despite the fact that it's the best smelling cologne in my entire collection, and completely forget about the fact that I wore this on a date and this girl loved it on me, we're not talking about this cologne, all right? Let's talk about the more affordable options. On a serious note, one fragrance that does the same exact thing that I just named, but for a fraction of the price, is Perry Ellis Midnight. Look, price included, weighing in the factor of the price, this is one of the best colognes that you can get. It's extremely affordable, it has sweet and subtle notes that is gonna make a lot of girls really attracted to your scent. This cologne is perfect. I am also a huge fan of Spirit by Mont Blanc. Again, another fragrance that I've picked up for a pretty decent price that is not only gonna have you smelling incredible, but perfectly situated for anything that you might do in the spring. And for me, when I think of the springtime, I think about going out on a nice sunny day with friends on a date. Instead of focusing on a nice night out with dinners, I'm thinking about brunch. And of course, it's pretty different depending on where you live, but these are all universally the same things that we're all going to be doing. So this spring and summer, make sure to check out these recommendations. Now, aside from accessories, obviously you need the perfect clothes. In entering a new season, I understand that you want to go buy an entire new wardrobe, but there's a better way to go about it, and that is picking up high quality, timeless, and versatile pieces. So for me, my most recent pickups is the polo that I'm wearing underneath, a white t-shirt, and 2 pairs of pants, all of which are from today's video sponsor, Cuts Clothing. Now, this is a brand that I've always worn for the specific reason that they do an incredible job of making any type of clothing that they release be able to worn in any situation. Going out to a nice dinner, going out on a date, or just hanging out with friends. There's literally nothing that I can't do with the pieces that I just picked up from Cuts. This is what Cuts specializes in, and their new AO Spring line is no exception. These immediately became some of the most high quality pieces that I'm going to be wearing all throughout the spring. Let's be a little bit more specific. If you've always struggled with finding the perfect pants for the spring, then you have to check out the 2 that I just picked up. They're casual yet very sleek, where they're going to make you look professional, more put together without sacrificing comfortability. With the perfect slim fit, you could wear this with any type of shoe in your collection. My most favorite is going to be with a pair of boots. Now, they're available in a bunch of different colors, but since I got them in the color black, it is going to go with anything in my wardrobe, making this the perfect pants for the spring and summer. The Icon pant, for example, is a little bit more towards the looser fit, which is perfect for casual settings. It looks very close to denim jeans, yet 10 times more comfortable and 10 times more breathable. And if I wanted to dress up a little bit more, I will go more towards the 5-pocket pants. This will help you look more mature, yet anything you get can be worn with pretty much anything. Now, this brand is known for being called the only shirt worth wearing, and whether it's the polo shirt or the white classic t-shirt, I 100% agree, which is exactly why I like this brand so much. You don't need to go on an insane shopping haul to have the perfect wardrobe for the spring. Just get the key items that you are able to wear anywhere and look good and stay comfortable. That's exactly what Cuts does. So you could start off the season right with these new pieces. Everything's going to be linked in the description. And now let's talk about a necklace, which is quite literally my favorite accessory going into the spring and summer. That's because when you're going into pool parties or anything like that, the accessory that shows most is going to be your necklace. That being said, if you're always moving around in the spring and summer, you need something high quality because you don't want anything to snap on you. Now, the necklace that I always wear is full gold. So yes, it's more expensive than normal. High quality jewelry is not always extremely expensive. There are plenty of brands out there that sell plated gold or 925 silver, whichever one you prefer, for very affordable prices. And trust me, I have tried out plenty, some of which that I am very excited to wear in the new season. If I'm not wearing the necklace that I always wear, I'm probably going to be wearing silver. I like to keep my jewelry minimal, so nothing too thick. I like it thin and versatile. Now, a simple chain looks great by itself. And if you're just getting into jewelry, this is a perfect place to start. But I always recommend pendant necklaces because they show a little bit more personality and character. And we can go down that rabbit hole of options after options, but this is really for you to decide. Think about stuff that you like or stuff that is going to be interesting that showcases a little bit of your personality. Go on brands like Serge Nimes, Crafted London, or just scroll through Amazon. You'd be surprised on what you can find on Amazon for an extremely affordable price. Now, speaking of the pendant necklace that I'm wearing, I have been wearing the same exact one pretty much every day for the last 2 years. So it's no secret that I love this one, but I am planning to switch it out, maybe buy some new pieces for myself, so that way I could have options and I can make sure that nothing is getting boring. Now, one thing that used to be a huge trend that you don't really see too much, but again, like I always say, the popularity of something should not dictate whether you wear it or not. So for that reason, definitely more towards the summer, I'm going to be wearing something like pearl necklaces. I'm going to be leaving a few links in the description just so you can have an idea of what I'm looking at and maybe some inspiration for your next pickup. I'm also going to be wearing a lot more hats. My hat collection is huge, yet I never seem to remember that when I go out in the spring and summer, the hats look good. And the fact that I've always preferred just showing off my hair, like I've said plenty of times throughout this video, it is refreshing and it keeps things fun when you are switching things up. Therefore, I'm going to be wearing some hats. Now, my favorite has always been fitted hats. I do like corduroy hats, so of course, I'm not going to be sticking to just one. One day, I'll wear a fitted hat from a baseball team that I know nothing about. And the next, I'm going to be wearing a corduroy hat, whether it's black or brown. And a few days after, I'll just show off my hair. That's what's so great about accessories. There's really no real commitment. You can play around, see what looks good on you, and you could always swap things out if you're getting tired of something. And depending on how you're feeling, you could wear one accessory or you could wear everything that I'm talking about in this video. For example, for the longest time, I stopped wearing bracelets because I was always wearing a watch. And trust me, I love watches, but now I started to realize, why not just wear both? Interesting. So as of lately, I've been wearing a lot more bracelets. Now, the one that I'm wearing is from a brand called Regimen. They were kind enough to send over some pieces a while ago, but since I wasn't wearing bracelets at the time, I didn't really pay too much attention. But I started wearing this one out, and despite the fact that it was very out my comfort zone because tennis bracelets like this are supposed to mimic how diamonds look, and I never wanted to be the guy who shows off fake diamonds. But let's be real. First of all, who cares? I think it looks good. I think it's an interesting piece. So I stopped being in my own head thinking if it looks tacky or not, and I just started to wear it. And I've been getting compliments for this bracelet. So for you, some of these things may be too far out of your comfort zone. And that's okay. There's two ways you can go about that. You could slowly ease your way into accessories, or you can just rip off the band-aid, get every single accessory that I'm talking about, and elevate your style. Now for bracelets, let's talk about different options in case you don't like the one that I'm wearing. For a while, I had a nail bracelet, and I thought this one looked incredible. Or you can just get a normal silver bracelet. Don't know the names of any off the top of my head, but I do own some from brands like Cernucci or Serge Nimes. Now, I really just talked about 5. For one, I didn't want to be annoying and keep talking about watches like I do in pretty much every single video. But if you wanted to wear a watch, you could definitely do that. Like I said, when it comes to following accessories, it really depends on you. If you like things to be laid back, have 2 or 3 different accessories, it's going to make you upgrade your style. But if you want things to be a little bit more bold, you could quite literally be drowned in accessories and it'll probably look good. Now, of course, another huge thing for the spring are the clothes that we were talking about earlier. And recently, I did in fact go to one of my favorite brands to pick up some new spring essentials. If you want to see that video, I'm going to leave it right here. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.